else today. Thought I'd bring you along. By the way, you know you can zoom in, right? I didn't know that until I was looking at my footage. Ooh. Okay. So I always start with a clear. And I just do the tips. I try to do thin coats. And the key thing is to get the sides. And then I just dip in, tap off the excess. You don't need a whole lot of glue or base. This is where I always miss is my sides. Okay, and now I'm gonna dip that back in there, wipe off the excess, and go in again. I have allergies. Started yesterday. I don't know why. Alright. Now what I do is I'll take a makeup brush and then I just brush off the extra powder. You want to wait for your nails to dry out a little bit before doing that because otherwise it'll stick to the bristles. And I usually do one hand at a time. And again, wiping off the excess. So this time I'll go a little bit higher up. And I'm not sure which color I'm gonna do. I might do this neutral light. Which is not clear, it's just got a little bit of a tint. But I like the dip nails because it'll really give strength to your nails. Like, I never had long nails until I started doing dip. And I'm not easy on my nails. I garden and I use my nails as tools, all the things you're not supposed to do. And my dip will chip, but my nails really don't break, which is great. I mean, I haven't had nails on, dip polish on for a few days, but you see how strong my nails are? They're pretty strong. And I used to be a nail biter, so this really helped me, because I'm a fidgeter. So this really helped me grow my nails out. And I started doing my nails during the pandemic. A skill set I learned during the pandemic. I like it because if I chip a nail, break it, whatever, then I can just take care of it myself. I don't have to go to see anybody. It's expensive now to get your nails done. I mean, you know, if you like it, I'm not knocking you for doing it. Just for me, I'm kind of cheap. I like to save money where I can, and I think even getting a pedicure is $30 now. Plus, I always tip like $10. I am a good tipper. But you know, sometimes they don't do a good job. Okay. So I'm going up a little bit further up. Okay. Now, if I had color, I'd be doing the same thing. Sometimes I'll do the whole entire nail and dip it. Just depends. And I'll do a clear coat first, and I'll do the whole entire nail. And that's a lot of. Just wipe it off on a paper towel. You don't want it thick because it'll make the powder clumpy. That's the key. So thin, even application of the base and the powder is what you're, oh, sorry, I can't even see it. That's what you're aiming for. Okay. Oh, see, I'm not going to wipe it because see how this is still, I didn't even get the powder there. So I wouldn't want to wipe it on my makeup brush. Okay, so now we're going in for the whole nail. I'm using this neutral light because I think I'm going to polish my nails. You can use polish with the dip. It's kind of like similar to when I was doing the gel nails. A long time ago when I first started my channel, which that video has gotten a ton of views over the years. I mean, like, I don't know, 50,000, something like that. Which I really don't use the gel that much anymore because I'm worried about exposing my hands, even though I have that LED, I have an actual good lamp. It's by Gelish, which is a pro brand. But still, I've read things about you gotta be careful of skin cancer, and even though I put the UV gloves on, I just thought, And when you use the gel, even though you could do a hybrid, like I am with the regular polish, you could do exactly the steps I'm doing right now, where you do a base layer of dip and then you apply the gel on top, the gel polish. It's still not as strong as when you just do dip by itself. And I think that's because you're using, it uses different formula, and the gel polish is not going to harden like the dip. This is like super glue. And this brand, this is Meldone's. This is an Amazon brand. Pretty cheap. Whenever I travel, I buy a box of it. It's like $9, and you get base and activator. And you get like a little nail file and orange stick. And they include a extra top with the brush. Okay, so that is, I think I did four layers, and it's pretty coated, but see how it's thin? So I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'm gonna do the other hand. This, I'm left-handed, so now I'm working with my right hand. But I've been doing this for a while, so I'm decent. But that's the key, is to let these things dry in between and ensure that you're getting a nice light coat. You notice how I'm not dipping it back into the bottle? It's because there's enough on here. You don't need a whole lot. The powder is super fine, so it will adhere. Use a little more. Okay. And just brush it off. The other thing I wanted to tell you is when you're dipping your nail, you either do it flat or straight in like that. As long as your glue is thin, you can slide it in like that. If you're just starting out, the best way of doing this is with a flat. I'll show you. So, like that. That's the best way. Otherwise, if you put too much glue on and dip it like, I got some on my hand here. Let me just do this. Okay, if you do it like this, and you have a thick layer or you don't let it dry in between coats, it'll start getting really lumpy. And if it gets lumpy, that's why. Oh, I'm thinking about it. This is dried now. Doesn't take that long. I usually wait like 5 minutes. And next, I'm gonna put this activator on. And the activator, you want to be very generous with it. You want to coat the entire nail. And that'll harden the powder and the base so that you can file. But I do such thin coats, I usually don't need a file. Usually where I mess up is on my sides, like right here. Let's see if I do it, I'll show you. And then when I do mess up, it's a pain because you have to file it and then reapply. Then the surrounding area is kind of uneven, so I'm pretty lazy. Okay. And be very liberal with your activator because that's, again, what creates that reaction to harden it. Oh, sorry if you can't see. Okay, so I was generously applying that. And you need to let this dry for at least, I would say 10 minutes, 10 to 15. If you don't do that, what happens is this, when you apply it on your nail and it hasn't had enough time to dry out, what will happen is you'll contaminate this. This will get really thick and the brush will get hard. So, and if you're buying expensive brands, which I have in the past, you know, it could cost you $8 to $10 for a bottle. And I've contaminated most of my bottles, so I'm just using this, or I buy in bulk from this company, iGel. But even when I was putting those in little bottles, and they would still, I guess I'm impatient, they would still contaminate. Okay, so I'm gonna brush all this off. And what you should be doing, that I'm not doing, is you should wipe off your brush on a clean paper towel before dipping it back in the bottle. So I'll demonstrate that, something like that. And that will also help. Okay. Try to show you good habits here. Because if you're spending a lot of money on the liquids, you don't want to contaminate because it's expensive. But if, you know, I like this brand, the Mildones. And the reason why I buy a new bottle every time I travel is because I find if I travel with an open pack, it leaks out, I guess, the air pressure. So I always pack this in a baggie. So if it leaks out on the way home, it's not a big deal. And if your bottle gets stuck, like I don't know if you could see this, but sometimes, you know, when you're wiping the excess off, you might get it around the edge and it might get stuck. I try to wipe it off when I'm done, but in the event that happens to you, just fill, not boiling, but warm water. Fill a cup with warm water and then just put it in there and it'll break it down, and then you can open it up. Don't, you know, get the pliers out and try to force it, because you'll probably strip away the, you know, the plastic. You'll ruin the threading of the screw cap. I've done it. So just, you know, throw it in some warm water, wait about 5 minutes, and then try to open it up. You might have to use like something silicone, like a cupcake liner, to get a good grip on it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it in frame. Okay. There we go. So that was all the coats. Okay. Just lightly dust it. All right, so that's probably been about 5 minutes. So now I can, oh, I don't want to do the activator. I can do this, which this is a 2-in-1. Usually you have a base and a top coat that's separate. But this one uses the same. Okay, so let me brush this off again. Really good this time, because you don't want that powder to get in your base. Okay. So then it's just a matter of putting it on. And what's cool about using the dip is it dries pretty quickly. And this time you could do one thin coat and then go back and do another coat. So see, oh, this is still wet. Maybe because I put a lot on. Yeah, still wet. Okay, but this will dry out. Oh, miss some on the sides. This is a cheaper brand, so it takes a little bit longer. But if you use some of the bigger brands, it like dries within seconds. It's crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry out. Now I'm gonna put activator on this. So I really don't have to wait that much because I just do one hand and then do the other hand. You see how I switch it out? So it doesn't take me very long. It's only been not even a half hour since I started this video. And I didn't have to file because I did a decent job on my sidewalls. One of my nails, I think it's this one, has the base is a little torn, but this will protect it. Okay, and make sure that you really close the cap of your activator because it'll evaporate like alcohol or nail polish remover. So make sure you close that cap really good. Okay, like, I don't know if you could see it, but like right there, there's a bump. So after I let the activator dry, I can come in here and file that down. So I'll show you that. These are still wet. So I'm just gonna let that dry. I'm thinking about doing a holographic nail polish. I like the holographics. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do a... I love it iridescent too. I don't know what it is about iridescence. That one's pretty too. It's too dark for summer. I like a light color for summer. A good, like a neutral. Yeah, should have. I'll check this out. Well, you could see in the bottle all the colors. The thing with this though is it looks gray when it's just not in light, and you can see the hollow when. Okay, this is dry now. So if I wanted to put another coating of the top coat on, I can. But I think I'll just leave it because I'm gonna do the polish. Okay, so right here, that's a little rough. So I just take like a little sanding little block. I like the finer blocks. Like my nail files, I think is 180, 240. So the thing is, once you file it down, you can do base, powder, weight, activator, weight, and refile if you have to. Yeah. So this isn't that bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put more activator on it. And I'll just do the whole nail. Okay. Okay, so while I'm doing that, this is dried. So I'm going to do my polish. I think I'm going to do this blue. Blue, or this one's pretty too. Let's see. This has kind of got lavender vibes. It's pretty. But I think I'll do the blue. So if you wanted, you could just use like a regular top coat after this. Depending on if you wanted, how permanent you want this. If you're gonna wear this all week, and you weren't gonna change it, then you could wait for this to dry, put activator on, wait for that to dry, and then put the top coat on. And then that's what I call the sandwich. See, that's really pretty. Just like a little iridescent. Or what I found, I wait for that to dry, and then I like to use this product by C&D, Vinyl Lux, and that's a good top coat. And it is really shiny and all that good stuff. So, okay, so this is dried long enough, so now I can put the base top coat on. I'm going to do the middle finger last, because that's the one that I put the activator on. And the nails will last about 7 to 10 days. It just depends on, probably longer if you're not hard on your nails. If you're not gardening like me, you could probably get closer to 2 weeks. I usually find like by the 10-day mark, I'm redoing my nails. And I came home from vacation about 4 days ago, and one of my nails cracked, so I just took them off. It's really easy for me to take off my nails. I don't use acetone. Acetone will weaken your nails if you soak them in acetone. I find that's what weakens my nails. And then when they're weak, they'll tear when you're trying to do the removal. So I stay away from it. And what I do instead is I just press down on my nails on the sides, and I just press the two sides together. It'll crack because I do such thin layers, and then I just can pop them off. And you saw my nails before, they're not damaged. And I was able to wear them uncovered for a couple days. I mean, I could just do that, but I'm worried about breaking them. When I do dip, I don't worry about breaking my nails because it's pretty darn strong. And my nails were so long. Oh my gosh, I had to file them down. They were so long, way too long. I'm testing to see if this is still a little wet, so it's best to wait. But this is what it looks like with the neutral. I was debating whether to do this color. This is so pretty, isn't it? But sometimes I don't want too much sparkle on my nail. Just depends. I wasn't feeling it. And this brand's expensive. Yeah, they're still. Okay, well, it's gonna be over 5 minutes, so that's pretty much all I have to say for today. But thanks for watching me do my nails. It was fun chatting with you. I might do another coat of this. Then I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'll top it with this. Or again, if I wanted it to be more permanent after it dries, I would use the activator. So I would do another coat of this, let it dry, do this, let it dry, and then do this. And then that like sandwiches it in, and your polish won't peel. So that's how you do a nail polish jelly sandwich, as I call it. All right, until next time. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.